Hello guys, it's me Kiana and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my August book haul. In the month of August, I ended up buying 6 books, which is not that much. I saved basically most of my book buying to the end of the month. But let's go ahead and get started with this video. The first 2 books I bought, which is really in the middle of the month, I owned them before. It was like the beginning of my booktube and my original Bookstagram career. I ended up giving them away after reading the 3rd book and I didn't like them. But that is To All the Boys I Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is book 1 and book 2 in the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. And in this book, we follow a girl named Laura Jean, and Laura Jean has basically been in love with only 5 guys her entire life, but she's never really told them. Instead, she has written each one of them a detailed letter saying why she loved them, why she's now not in love with them, but she has basically never sent it. One day her father was like, we should donate a bunch of stuff to Goodwill, and a box hat that her mother has given her, which has contained every single one of the letters, ends up going accidentally in the donate pile to Goodwill, which means that Laura Jean's 5 letters have been sent out. And basically in the first book, we deal with what has been happening with that. All the boys coming up to Laura Jean and like, you love me, what is it? I absolutely love the first and the second book when I first read them, but I did not like the 3rd book. But yeah, I got my little sister to read the first book. She loved it, so I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll buy the first 2 books for you. They were $5 each on Amazon. But, they're my personal because I do want to reread the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd book. And I do plan on getting the 3rd book sometime next month. The 3rd book I got is Love, Life, and the List by Kasie West. This follows a girl named Abby Turner, and she is basically this up-and-coming artist. She is secretly in love with her best friend Cooper, but she hasn't really told him that. Abby thinks she enlists herself into this summer contest, but the curator at the museum tells her she just doesn't have this thing. If she broadens herself out and does crazy stuff that she never usually does and creates something, maybe he'll let her in the thing. So she comes up with this list of 10 things to do: fall in love, hear a stranger's story, face a fear. And she gives herself a month to do that, but she realizes as the month goes on that, the list isn't as straightforward as it seems. I absolutely love this story by Kasie West. I read this last January, but it was a loan from the library, and I ended up never really buying it until now. I do plan on rereading it because I absolutely love this book. The 4th book I got was actually from my grandfather, and that is Final Girls by Riley Sager. This is a thriller. He said that he read it and that he thinks I will love it, so he ended up giving it to me. And this basically follows a girl named Quincy Carpenter, and 10 years ago, she went on vacation with 5 friends. Going on vacation with 5 friends, and she ends up coming back alone. She doesn't remember what has happened those 10 years ago because she was basically prescribed Xanax to help her calm down after what happened. But when a girl named Lisa is found dead in her bathtub, she's forced to basically dig up in her past to find out what has happened. This book is almost 500 pages. It's 450, I believe. Doesn't seem that big of a font, but my grandfather loved it and he said that he thinks I will love it, so I'm very interested in it. So I said, of course, hand it to me. I then ended up buying up the book Jumper by Mathilde Glaser. And this basically follows a girl named Amy Lennox. Her and her mother end up moving from Germany back to her mother's hometown in Scotland. And while she's there, her grandmother, Lady Mary, insists that Amy must read. But Amy finds out that she has this basically superpower that any book she reads, she can go into the world and interact with the characters and basically be a part of the story for however long she's in the book. But one thing that she notices is that someone is stealing from the books that she visits. Means that it's another book jumper that's taking the life out of the story and bringing it into the real world. And so Amy, along with the help of another book jumper, will have to go in because they think that that person's also after Amy's life. It is a very interesting concept because who wouldn't want to have this power as they are literally reading a book? They're in the story interacting with the characters. I absolutely love this cover because It's gorgeous as hell, and I cannot wait to read it. And then the sixth and final book I bought is Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Mariko Tamaki and Rosemary Valero O'Connell. And this follows a girl named Freddie. Riley wants nothing more than for Laura Dean to start breaking up with her. Laura Dean is her girlfriend, and they break up for stupid shit. I love the graphic novel, like the art scenes in here, but I did read this and I didn't like it that much, but I do want to keep it because I feel like it's a very quick and easy read. You know, you want a graphic novel, there's nothing else to read, you just like pick this up. I've seen this around a lot in the bookstore near my job, but I just randomly decided to pick it up earlier this month. But yeah, so those are the 6 books I ended up buying in the month of August. Not that much. I'll be leaving here 2 videos on this video you guys should go check out. Don't forget, I post Mondays and Thursdays, and I'll be seeing you guys really, really soon with a book review. Bye guys.